In which of the following solutions will solid calcium phosphate be the least soluble? The numerical values of the KSP are already given, right? So the first thing you need to do is write the equation. Okay, it looks something like this: 3Ca 2 plus 2 phosphate PO4 2 minus equals, yeah. Okay, you write this down first. So they're asking which of the following will be the least soluble, right? So which means it has a lower solubility. So if you consider, let me just do it twice. Sorry. Okay, so I will only consider A and B because there is a common ion, right? So when there's a common ion, it will become less soluble. So I'm going to just say for A, there's a calcium common ion, and for B, there's phosphate common ion. But for C, there's no C, and the salt has no common ion. And of course, in water is probably could be even the most soluble. All right. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so if I let S be the solubility of calcium phosphate, so I'm just going to put a ICE. All right, so S, I'm just going to put less S moles per dm cube be the solubility of calcium phosphate. So initially there's already 0.3, right? Calcium 2 plus is 0. So eventually when if I put S here, so minus S plus 3S plus 2S, right? So this becomes 0, this becomes 3S plus 0.3, this becomes just 2S. Okay, and we learned that S actually is supposed to be a very, very small value. So 3S plus 0.3 will be approximately 0.3. Okay, so with that, we can actually calculate the solubility. So KSP equals to calcium 2 plus cube times phosphate square. So this is actually 0.3 cube, all right, and this part is 2S squared, right? So what I'm going to do is I want you to solve for the solubility S, right? I will solve for the solubility S, and I believe the answer here should be 1.38 times 10 to the power minus 16. Okay, since you already have the KSP is given, right? So you just have to plug it in here. You solve for S, this will be the value moles per dm cube. All right. Okay, for the other one, let's try the second one. Okay, so I let maybe I let X be the solubility, can? So but in for this case, the phosphate is actually 0.3. So 0, so minus X plus 3X plus 2X plus 0.3. So this will be 0, this will be 3X, this will be approximately, this will be, I should put this down first. So I'm just write down, this will be plus 2x, right? So here be 2x plus 0.3, which is approximately 0.3. Right, it's like the x is very, very small, right? Especially when there's a common ion even. All right, so let's try. So KSP, all right, so I think the KSP is the same value, which is, maybe I'm going to write it down, times 10 to the power minus 33 is equals to 3x cubed times 0.3 squared. Right, so I think you have to work it out, right? You can actually solve for X, and X in this case, I got a value of 6.34 times 10 to the power minus 12, right? Moles per dm cube. Can you see that? So let's look at the two values, right? So the one that will be the least soluble, of course, has the smallest value. So in this case, it will be C. Okay, I'm sorry, it should be A. Okay, so this is the answer. So that's the one. Okay, all right.